Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Meedu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from I am Indore, and friends, as we all know, Meedu Study is your own channel, your own initiative in which we discuss all management topics and subjects in a very simple manner. Friends, we have different modules. We have module on strategy, on organizational behavior, on human resources, on operations, as well as marketing. We have content on in all these modules, various chapters. Our today's video, my dear friends, is in the strategic management module, and in the strategic management module today we are going to start the third chapter. It is seventh video. So in first four videos we discussed about the introduction, we knew what is strategic management all about, video number 1 to 4. Then video number 5 to 6 we discussed about the ethics and the social responsibility part in strategic management. Today we are going to start our third unit, which is environmental scanning and industry analysis. We are going to know about environment scanning and industry analysis. Let us begin, my dear friends. So first of all, what is environmental scanning? So basically when we say environmental scanning is the monitoring, evaluation and dissemination of information, relevant to the organizational development of strategy. So information which should be relevant, only that. It should not be you just keep on passing any irrelevant data and information and that will be considered. No. So you need to monitor, evaluate and disseminate information which is relevant. Now identifying external environment variables. So basically there are three kind of variables which are there: your natural and natural environment variables, societal environment and task environment. Let us discuss and understand them one by one. So first of all, talking about the natural environment. Natural environment, my dear friends, includes the physical resources like land, air, water which are around, wildlife, climate. So this will have a huge impact. If you are supposed into any industry which requires your natural resource, so for example any particular mineral, so it will be ideal to have your plant as close as to that mineral possible, so that you save on to the logistic cost. Or if you are into setup which requires suppose high temperature, then locate your plant in high temperature areas like Rajasthan. Why to go to mountains? It forms a ecological part of the interrelated life. Then after natural environment, second important environment is the societal environment. Humankind's social system, which includes general forces that do not directly touch on the short-run activities of organization but can influence the long-term decision. So societal environment basically do not influence your day-to-day things but can influence your long-term decisions. For short-term we will have next factor in the next slide, but in this it impacts the long-term decisions. Various factors are economic, technological, political, legal and socio-cultural. Now talking about the third, which is task environment. Those elements or groups that directly affect a corporation and in turn are affected by what it is affected by the government, the local communities, suppliers, competitors, customers, creditors, employees, labor unions, special interest groups, basically your SIGs, trade associations. All this form part of your task environment. Next, fourth, my dear friends, is the industry analysis. It is an in-depth examination of key factors within a corporation's task environment. So when we are examining all these factors, what impact will local community have, what impact will creditor have, what impact will the supplier have, so all this compose your task environment. Now, how to scan the societal environment? So societal environment is very important and we need to scan it, and for that we can carry out the STEEP analysis. So this STEEP, S-T-E-E-P, it is an acronym. It stands for, S is basically your socio-cultural, T is your technological, E economic, then ecological, and P for your political and legal factors. S-T-E-E-P. Now let us discuss the examples of all these factors. We will discuss some examples. So various examples are listed in this table. I am going to explain some of you, others we can just quickly browse. So for example, let us take the first socio-cultural thing, lifestyle changes. So nowadays lifestyle has changed. If we compare life of our, I would say, one generation of our parents or one generation further of grandparents to our life, huge change. And for our children, it will be completely different altogether. Earlier it was more of peaceful life, person kind of balancing your work as well as your personal life. Nowadays it is most of the time people are engaged on the move and that stuff. So career expectations, nowadays person has specific expectations to the career, how they want to groom it. They want I would say quick growth. They are not gonna stay for long if the company is giving them any growth. consumer are activated nowadays, rate of family formation, growth rate of population. So population, the speed at which it grows, what is the age distribution? So is your population primarily comprising more of your adult population or senior citizens, or it is comprising more of your children? So that will also have a huge impact. What is the regional shift in the population, life expectancies, the birth rates, pension plan, healthcare, what is the level of education, living wage formation, and so on. Next are your technological factors. So when we talk about technological factors, so in technology, how fast, at what pace technology is growing and how it can grow. If there is government spend on that, government spending, then if the industry is spending good on technology or not, what is the focus of the technological efforts, patent protections, new products, new developments in technology transfer from lab to marketplace, what is there proper availability of internet or not, telecom infrastructure is there or not, all this. Third is basically economic. So GDP trends, what are the GDP trends, what are the interest rate, inflation rate, unemployment rate, poverty rate, energy availability, various costs, disposable income, discretionary income, and all that stuff. Next we move to fourth, which is your ecological. So environmental protection laws, global warming impacts, the various NGOs which are there, reuse is happening or not, recycling is taking place or not. And fifth and last is the political legal factors. So political legal factors, basically any antitrust regulations, global warming legislations, tax laws, special incentives, any laws on hiring and promotion, stability of government, outsourcing regulation, foreign sweatshops, all this comprise your political and legal. So all these, my dear friends, are your part of steep analysis. Now discussing some of the current socio-cultural trends, so we can say there is increasing environmental awareness which is there. Nowadays people, organizations, everyone is environmentally aware. They know that for our I would say growth or production or profits, we cannot hamper the environment. There are proper laws into place, and people are also, I would say, very aware. So they would like to buy products of a company which claims that it is eco-friendly, maybe even at some premium, because they understand if we do this, we are protecting nature, and this will be in turn beneficial for our upcoming generations altogether. Growing health consciousness, people are becoming more and more health conscious. So nowadays everyone is kind of looking for food products or even any products which are composed or are organic in nature, having healthy compositions. People even look at the calorie value, which earlier was not even mentioned. Expanding senior markets. So because of good, I would say, health facilities, nowadays the age group, senior age group is increasing. So earlier, if like the average age in the country was maybe 50-55 years, now it has reached to 65-67, and maybe in few years it will even cross 70. So nowadays I would say the old age people, senior citizens, are living a longer life, so they will have specific requirements. Apart from that, even impact of millennials are there, people who are young, who are born after your 2000s, that particular generation. They will have specific requirements, they are tech savvy. Mass markets nowadays is declining, everyone is looking for customized products of their own choices. So now gone are the time that company makes, I would say, one mobile and for 3 years no variant. Nowadays every 6 months, 7 months new technology. If you are making suppose any particular apparel, you have to come with different designs because consumer will want different. Changing pace and location of life, life is becoming fast, location are changing. Earlier people used to live in rural areas, nowadays they are moving and shifting more and more into urban. Changing household composition, earlier they used to be joint family, 10 members, 15 members, grandparents, uncles, aunts, all your cousins living together. Nowadays totally changed, nuclear family more and more. Increasing diversity of workforce, workforce is diverse, different people from different areas working together. Technological breakthroughs, so various technological breakthroughs have happened. For example, portable information devices and electronic networking. Now you don't need to carry means work on the desktop only, go to office and do. You have laptops, you have tablets, smartphones. Nowadays if there are 4 members in family, everyone will have their own handheld device, mobiles. Alternative energy sources, so energy sources are also alternative now. People are looking for more and more renewable or non-conventional sources like solar energy, wind energy, biogas. Even for automobiles, you would have heard nowadays what is being preferred is your electrical vehicles. Precision farming is taking place. When I say precision farming, means you can know the entire soil profile that is there, what type of composition is there, basis that you can plan your crops, you can do that crop rotation. Virtual personal assistants are available. You do not need physical assistance nowadays. Everything is there on your internet, I would say. Genetically altered organisms, even and genetically modified crops are there, so which removes your unwanted traits and only keep your superior traits in the crop or organism. Smart and mobile robots are there nowadays. Talking about some risk, so nowadays we can see with all this advances happening, there are risks also which are there. Various regulatory risks related to your regulations, supply chain, for things, supply chain risks are there. Then risk related to your product and technology, litigation, or I would say related to your laws, reputational. If you do something wrong, you will lose reputation. So in a day you can crash from, I would say, market leader to no one because of that reputational crash. And even physical risks exist. So my dear friends, it was all about introduction to industry analysis. In our next video, we will discuss about scanning the external task environment, which will be the second video of this particular chapter. If you are liking our content, my dear friends, please like our video, share it and subscribe to Medu Study. In case there is any feedback, please let us know. You can write on our mail ID medu.study@gmail.com, or you can write in the comment section. Till then friends, take care, good day.